Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Rati here. So guys, today we are going to cover a slightly different kind of a topic, and as I will start speaking, you will be gradually able to guess the topic which we are going to be talking about. So guys, mathematics and literature are generally thought to be at loggerheads. I mean, how many times have you heard about, the literary mathematician, the mathematician who is a literary genius, or, a writer who is a mathematical genius? The way we have been taught to think about art and science, conventionally, we have been taught to think about art and science in terms of, sort of compartmentalization, different entities, that art is different, science is different. In school, also, while growing up, we were supposed to take either art stream or, either science stream or commerce or humanities stream. So, even within education, we can see that traditionally, arts and sciences have been compartmentalized, and there's been this false dichotomy created between arts and sciences, that imagination and creativity is somehow the prerogative of arts, whereas logic, is logic, and facts is somehow the prerogative of sciences, whereas nothing can be farther from reality. It's a very, very superficial kind of dichotomy that's been created between arts and sciences. If you go deep into sciences and mathematicals theoretically, if you pursue these subjects theoretically, then you will probably see that, just as much as logic is required, facts is required, you also need, uh, quite an amount of ability to argue, good argumentation skills, and you also need good imaginative skills in theoretical sciences and mathematics to be able to build your argument further, and to be able to sort of create something new theoretically within these disciplines. So anyhow, in this video, we are going to concentrate on mathematics and writing, mathematics and literature, and there seems to be no affinity between mathematics and literature. But today, I'm going to shatter that perception of yours, hopefully, as I'm going to talk about a very famous, world famous writer, English writer, critically acclaimed, and especially famous as a children's author. And was actually a mathematician. I'm talking about, the famous English author Lewis Carroll, the writer of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. Now, how many of you really know that Lewis Carroll was actually a mathematician, and he spent most of his life teaching mathematics, lecturing in mathematics at Oxford University. So his mainstream profession was as a mathematician, and his real name was, something else. Lewis Carroll was his pen name under which he was writing these fantastic novels for children, but his actual profession was that of a mathematician. Lewis Carroll's real name was Charles Lutwidge Dodson, and he was an English mathematician, logician, and writer. He earned a first-class honors degree in mathematics from Oxford University, where, like I said, he spent the rest of his life lecturing. It's interesting now how he used his pen name exclusively for his creative works. So like I said that, Lewis Carroll was his pen name, and under the pen name Lewis Carroll, he wrote books like Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass and other creative works. He was a prolific children's author. He has authored many works for children. But under his real name, he has written a lot of mathematical books also, which hardly any of us are aware of. So some of his mathematical books that have been published under his real name are Plain Trigonometry, Determinants, and Curious Mathematics. Now, he also invented a lot of mathematical puzzles, and mathematical games as in an interesting way of learning mathematics, encouraging his students to learn about basic mathematical concepts in a more fun and engaging way, rather than didactically. So that's why Lewis Carroll is also associated with a branch of mathematics which is known as recreational mathematics, which simply means, that you kind of simplify mathematics to the level where through puzzles and through games, people are able to understand the basic concepts of mathematics. Now, what I want to focus here on, and what I want to briefly talk about here, is that, despite the fact that Lewis Carroll was actually a mathematician, in all the literary criticism, most of the literary criticism which one comes across, regarding his masterpieces, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass, there's hardly any literary criticism that approaches these two works from the point of view of Lewis Carroll's mathematical journey. There are hardly any literary works that sort of analyze the underlying structures of Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass from the point of view, from the prism and perspective of Lewis Carroll's engagement with mathematics. I studied English honors in college, and when we studied English literature, then we had this in our syllabus, Through the Looking Glass and Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. And most of the literary criticism that we kind of came across analyzed these works, from a Freudian psychoanalysis perspective, talked about the sort of morality mores in Victorian times, how children were treated in Victorian times, and how children were like really scared of these authority figures in Victorian times. And that's why children, were kind of inventing things and, kind of inventing this alternative reality was kind of children's way of rebelling. So a lot of analysis from the Freudian psychoanalysis perspective, from the point of view of sort of children being mistreated in Victorian times, the way children were sort of kind of treated by elders, and the whole sort of imposition of very strict norms in them, which children resisted, like we see in the case of Alice as well. And another then there's this analysis from the postmodernist perspective of reality versus imagination. That what is reality? So Alice was creating, this fantastic alternative reality, which for her took over the mainstream reality, as it was. So, there are all these interesting analyses, but it's weird that we do not find much analysis, at least in the mainstream circles when we are taught English literature, from the point of view of, Lewis Carroll being a mathematician, whereas that, I think, is a very exciting area of research. And I think the book should be primarily sort of analyzed from the perspective tracing parallels between the underlying structure of the book and Lewis Carroll's, sort of mathematical journey, probing deep into his works. Although I'm no expert in mathematics, I just studied sciences till class 12 myself. But this much, when one reads Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass, the whole writing style of the book, and so much of chaos and confusion, and the word puzzles he invents, all these fantastical, nonsensical poetry he invents, which goes on, and the whole sort of game of cards, the mind-boggling array of characters, the confusion, who is which, the red queen, the white queen, and the game of chess. Now everything, if one were to analyze it from a mathematical point of view, I think his engagement with mathematics can give us some interesting insight into the underlying structures of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. So I just think that it should be analyzed from a mathematical perspective as well. So guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. Bye for now. If you like the content, please do press the like button, and please do subscribe to the channel. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.